Hello friends, welcome to educators.com. I am Preeti Rathi. In last video, we have discussed about fundamentals of C programming like keyword, variables and data types. In this video, we will discuss data types in details and we'll have overview of operators. The topics which we are going to cover are integer and floating point types with their sizes, arithmetic operator, bitwise operator, relational operator, then assignment operator and few miscellaneous operators like size of and ternary. Now in integer types we have character, unsigned character, signed character which takes 1 byte, whereas integer and unsigned integer takes 2 or 4 bytes depending on compiler. Short and unsigned short takes 2 bytes. Long and unsigned long takes 4 bytes. Then we have float which takes 4 bytes, double takes 8 bytes, whereas long double takes 10 bytes. Now in float, double and long double, you can see the precision is different. Like float has 6 decimal places, double has 15 decimal places, whereas long double has 19 decimal places. So as per requirement, we can use these data types. Then we have operators. An operator is a symbol that tells the compiler to perform specific mathematical or logical functions. Now we'll discuss about arithmetic operators. If A is assumed to be 10 and B is 2, then we can see here that if operator plus, which means addition, so A plus B will be 12. Minus is subtraction, so A minus B will be 10. Star is nothing but multiplication, so A star B is 20. This is division operator where we can have B by A equal to 2. This is modulus operator which gives remainder. Here if I have B modulus A, so as there is no remainder we are getting 0. Plus plus is the increment by 1. So if I'll have A plus plus, it gives 11. Minus minus is decrement by 1. If I have A minus minus, it gives 9. Now this increment and decrement operator can be prefix or postfix also. So what is the difference in that we'll discuss practically later. Then we got bitwise operator. Bitwise operator works on bits and performs bit by bit operation. Like we have AND or XOR operator. You can see here AND gives true, that is 1, if both are true. That is both are 1, then the output will be 1. Whereas OR gives 1 if at least one of both is 1. So 0 1 gives 1, 1 0 gives 1. Whereas XOR gives 1 if both are different, like 0 1 or 1 0. If they are same, like 0 0 or 1 1, then it gives 0. Then we have relational operators. Now in relational operator, if we assume A as 10 and B as 20, then we can see here this is the equality operator. Here assignment operator is single equal to, whereas equality is double equal to operator. So if I'll have A equal to B, so is not true here. Not equal to is, this is a not equal to, where I can see here A not equal to B is true. Greater than, A is greater than B is not true. Less than, A is less than B is true. Greater than equal to means A can be greater or equal to B, then it becomes true, but in this case it is not true. Less than equal to, here also less than as well as equal to criteria can be checked. So if A less than B, then it is true in this case. Then we got assignment operators. Now as we have seen, equal to is an assignment operator, so which will put all data from right side to the left side variable. So if I'll have C equal to A plus B, first A plus B will be evaluated, then that value will be assigned to C. If I have plus equal to, so it is equivalent to C equal to, if I'll have C plus equal to A, means C equal to C plus A. That is addition and then assignment. Same is true with minus operator. That is, if I have C minus equal to A, then it is equivalent to C equal to C minus A. If I have C into A equal to A, then it is equivalent to C equal to C into A. So this will also divide and then it will assign it to C. Same is true with the modulus operator. Now this is left shift operator, where it is left shift assigned with the equal to, that is assignment operator, which is same as of C equal to C left shift 2. If we have left shift operator, the value of it left shift by 1 will multiply the value by 2. Right shift by 1 will divide the value by 2. Now similarly we have bitwise operator, that is AND, OR and XOR, where the operation is done and then it is assigned to the left side variable. Then we have few operators like size of, ampersand, star and conditional expression. So size of returns the size of a variable. If it is an integer, it will give relevant size of it. Then ampersand returns the address of a variable, whereas star gives pointer to a variable. Then question mark and colon, it is a conditional expression. This pointer and conditional expression we will discuss in another video. Now we will check out all these operators practically. Now here again we are including stdio.h and conio.h header file. Then main is the entry of our application. Clear screen, clear the screen, whereas getch will retain the screen. So now I'll have two variable, that is I, and I'll assign some value as 10 and then j equal to 20. Now suppose I have printf addition equal to %d and here I'll have I plus j. So addition will be displayed. If we want to store the value in a third variable, then we can even declare one more variable as a C, and we can store the value in C variable, C equal to I or say j minus I, and then we can display it as a subtraction. That is C. Now if I'll execute this, we'll get addition is 30 whereas subtraction is 10. Similarly we can have multiplication, that is using star operator, is I into j. Then we have modulus operator, division operator, where we can have j by I. Similarly we can have modulus operator, where we can say j modulus operator I. So now if I'll execute this, you can see that modulus is giving 0 because there is no remainder, whereas division is giving 2, multiplication is giving 200. So this way we will get the output of arithmetic operators. Now as we have given this C equal to j minus I, suppose I want to have I equal to I plus j. So this can be written in this way also, that is I plus equal to j. So these two are equivalent. So second one, in second case it will do the addition and then it will assign the added value to I variable. For example, if I'll print I's value now, then we'll find I is 30. Now here what we did, that it is I equal to I plus j. So addition is done and then that is assigned to I. So it is 30. This way we can have this shorthand operator. Same we can perform with subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus operator, as well as bitwise operators. Now one important thing we'll discuss, that is increment and decrement operator. Say if we have I plus plus, so it will increment it by 1, and if I'll display I after increment equal to, then if I'll display I, we'll see it will be incremented by 1, that is 31. Now here we have two types, that is post increment and pre increment. For example, suppose I have j equal to I plus plus, and now I'll print I as well as j. Then in this case, see here we are assigning I to j first and then we are incrementing it, as it is a post increment. Post means after. So first assignment is done and then increment. So we'll find that j is 31, which was the value before addition of I, and I will be 32. Now if I'll execute this, as expected I is giving 32 whereas j is 31. So post increment means first assign and then increment. Whereas if I change the same statement this way, that first increment and then assign. So in this case both will become 32 because increment is done first and then assignment is done. Now you can see here I is 32 as well as j is 32. So this is the difference between post increment and pre increment. Same is true with the decrement also. If I'll have this as a decrement operator, so first decrement is done by 1 and then it will be assigned. So I and j will reflect same value, that is 30. But if I'll make it as a post, that is first do assignment and then increment, so in that case we can see here that I is 30 whereas j is 31, because here first we are assigning I's value to j and then we are doing decrement. So this is what increment and decrement operator we have. Now one more thing we'll check out here. If we have a printf statement which is having I equal to %d, again I'll have I equal to %d, and here I'll give I and then plus plus I. So now we will check out what is the value of I in this statement, and then we'll discuss how it is giving this value. Now see, I is 30, but in the next statement for both the time it is giving 31. Now actually here in the second statement we are giving pre-increment, and here we are not giving any increment. So we can expect, we may think that this I which is displayed first should be 30. But when we execute printf, it is a function, and the values are passed from right to left. So in that case, first this expression will be evaluated. So I will be incremented by 1, and then when it comes to the second value, that time I got already incremented, so it gives the same value. So this way we have to remember that if we have a function and parameters are sent, so they are sent from right to left. So accordingly we have to calculate them. Similarly, we can check with the relational operators also. If I'll have, we'll check out whether two variables are equal or not. So suppose I have an expression that I equal to j, and we'll execute this. So you can see equal to is 1. 1 is true, means it is equal. As we know that non-zero value is true and 0 is false in C language. So true is indicated as 1. If I'll go for not equal, and here if I'll have I is not equal to j, and we'll execute this. So we got 0, means false. So they are equal, so this statement that it is not equal to is false. Similarly, we can check for less than operator, greater than operator, etc. For example, if I'll give less than over here, and if I'll execute this, it gives less than is 0, means it is not less than, right? Then we have greater than. If we'll check, it also will give false, because the I and j values are equal. So this way we can use these relational operators. Now we have seen one more operator called as size of. So if I want to check out size of any variable, then we can use it. For example, suppose we want size of I equal to %d, and now I'll use this operator as a size of, and in bracket I. If I'll execute this, you can see it is giving size of I is 2 bytes. So this way we can check out size of a variable also. So here we have seen multiple operators, how to use these operators. Now one more thing I'll point out over here, whenever we write the expression, always target should be on the left side, and then this expression should be given. So first expression will be evaluated, and then it is assigned to the left side variable. Now in case of C language, if we want multiplication, then explicitly we need to give star operator for multiplication. We cannot have ji, which is true in a mathematical term. If I try this, it will give error. So we have to explicitly add star operator over here. So this is how we can use different operators and different data types. So in this video we have seen all operators and data types. In next video we'll continue with the control structures, that is if else. Thank you.